Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting off this broadcast with a quick update on earthquakes because there have been many and they have been major. We had a 7.7 in Jamaica and then a 6.5, which kind of got downgraded to a 6.1 in the Cayman Islands. We've had 5s in Japan, Turkey, Iberia, so Chile. So we are keeping an eye out as all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun, and Jupiter and Saturn are going to be conjuncting later this year. We are giving a super mega major shout out to the atmospheric defense team, #Space Force, because when I reported on this at the 10-day mark, it had the Euro and the GFS smacking the upper Northeast right in the face with a major storm. And though it has seesawed back and forth quite a bit as of right now, it looks like the whole thing just goes out to sea. And the major storm that was 10 days away, that was going to really mess up Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and all, that is being pushed off as well. And so, a big pat on the back to the ladies and men who are part of atmospheric defense and the Prayer Warriors team. And so, as of right now, if you were anywhere other than the Pacific Northwest in the United States, it looks like the weather is going to be pretty calm. Well, I mean, technically the whole West Coast. Like the West Coast, you guys are going to be getting slammed in wave after wave after wave of storms. The 7-day projection has it pretty calm for everybody except for parts of Oregon, BC, Canada, and Washington. But everybody else has got a pretty calm week as far as precipitation goes. If this holds, our winter for the north and spring summer for the south pattern continues to hold. But as I said, the real story is what is happening in the Pacific. Will you look at that? Dude, that is crazy. And if this moisture wasn't being quote-unquote magnetized or whatever's happening, pulled up into Alaska, then holy crap, the West Coast would be getting extra hammered. But that's quite a train, man. So we're going to keep our eye on this all inclusively. Looks like Japan, you guys are getting some rain as well. The Nishinoshima volcano is smoking like a weed fiend. Is that a thing? We've got a super lovely conjunction of the moon and Venus in the sky tonight. Be sure and step out and take a gander with your eyes. Bobby Storm pointing out that unless you've got your head up your political ass, you realize that earthquakes and volcanoes are going to be a major theme in 2020 and possibly tsunamis. Bobby Storm upgraded to 7.7. Note the fault line on the right. Aftershocks could be high. There's nothing about this on CNN, Fox, ABC during all their talk, nonstop talk about the impeachment, which will actually lead to nothing and waste everybody's time. So yeah, you've got a major fault line here as Earth seems to be expanding during the end of the solar minimum and all the gas giants on the same side. Would a cupcake help? Absolutely. But definitely not from the White Queen or Phoenix. Norway had a snow devil breakout. Man, the devil seems to be everywhere in 2020. So please put on your full armor of God. Aaron Davis letting us know we've got a full vivid rainbow warning. Severe weather Europe is drooling over that thing by the Aleutian Islands, about to pound into Alaska. With weather-borne exceptional satellite imagery of the deep cyclone over the North Pacific. Let the images speak for themselves. Tim Kelly, who's always cool, so he's never jelly. After careful trolling Twitter for hours on end today, along with putting together about 70,000 forecasts on my own since 1987, it looks like we may be getting option D5 this weekend. So yeah, I mean, there are still options open for what the Super Bowl storm is going to be in Groundhog Day. But we will continue to watch. But, atmospheric defense team has done so well since last hurricane season. I have a feeling This one could be out to sea or a bit of a nothing burger, but I will keep you posted in case that changes. Heather Marie Zons, who's cool like the Fonz, didn't think I would be using our Hurricane Hunter Recon product outside of hurricane season, but here we are. Yeah, expect a little bit of everything in 2020, man. Except for love and romance. Apparently that shit is totally gone. Hey, but happy Valentine's Day. Atmospheric Rivers. Hurricane Hunters is going out to look at that big system that is headed towards the West Coast. You've got some major floods happening down in South America where the rain has turned into rivers and it's moving cars and just about everything else. Brittany Boyer, who never met Vern Troyer, says some impressive snow totals out of Kansas, Mike T territory. A few spots over a foot of snow. This is the place half of America hates the most. Man, why do you guys hate? We're all in this together. Here we are in the Cayman Islands checking out all the people who are ready to party. One guy's like, what is this? What is going on? This is crazy. I should save the beer. Save all the beer. Okay, cool, I got it. No problem. What a good Samaritan. Oh no. So much wasted party fouls. Earthquakes are the worst when it comes to party fouls, I guess. But yeah, with Venus conjunct Dark Moon Lilith, and then we got a Mercury retrograde coming up in February, and then a Venus retrograde coming up after that. Man. And then the whole Pluto conjunct Jupiter 3 times this year, and then the big one at the end of the year with Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting. I will admit, 2020 has a doom and gloom feel to it, though I have faith things are going to improve because it's always darkest before the dawn, and God is great. And He did not create us to be total failures who worry about everything, though the corona death total is up to 132, and it looks like it is going to be a whole lot more serious than everybody first projected. Eric Fisher saying, hey, maybe next year's winter will be really cold and snowy, at least for Boston. Micah McKenna likes to think of aftershocks as a pile of puppies with all of them jostling around to get comfy. A number of aftershocks decays with time, just like puppies settling down to sleep, unless someone thwacks a nose or opens a bag of bacon. Unlikely in this scenario, but technically possible. 59,999 people are under medical observation. We've surpassed SARS in the first month. So that's bad news. Brittany Boyer again bringing the data. What a wet month it has been. Here's a look at some of the rainfall totals for parts of Washington. In January, they've already had 22 inches in Quileute, and in Oquiba, they've had 16.30. Olympia is 13.48, and I have no idea how to pronounce this word. You can try it at home. But yeah, and you guys are in for a wave after wave after wave pattern. Now let's watch the models together, you and I. And so we're still seeing some really major storms and massive rain band sizes, but most of it's happening off of land or up near Alaska. So that is good news for now, but we will have to continue to track it. Yeah, but you got that high pressure system that is playing goalie for California. Maybe Washington should try and be nicer to the goalie. Yeah, I don't even know. Now let's take a look at the Hogwarts Hermione area, which other people call Europe. But look at these rain bands. Look at these storm sizes. It looks like Greenland, Iceland, Europe. You guys are still going to be under the brunt of the wave after wave after wave pattern. And we'll be getting hit hard with some pretty major storms. In Spain, no, you're not out of it either. As you can see, you guys are definitely over the next 2 weeks going to be getting hit hard with some Category 1, Category 2, possibly Category 3 type hurricane-ish storms. Yeah. Mother Nature is totally sexy and totally dangerous. Well, we definitely have a whole lot of heat happening down in the Caribbean. But what is that right there? Man, some crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff. It's the eye of Jupiter looking at us. I just want to say again, that's really impressive. Let's give some attention to the middle states. You guys want some attention? Oh, dang. So, yeah, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Nebraska. Snow, rain. Wait, reverse that. I mean, precipitation will be happening over the next 2 days, but it won't be anything major. And hopefully we won't lose any people. Though we keep an eye on earthquakes and volcanoes. And technically, we're on coastal tsunami alert all year with all the gas giants on the same side and an increase in volcanoes and earthquakes leading up to the end of the year. But if you'll notice, Oregon and Washington are just getting a continual stream of moisture coming in. And then after about 48 hours, Texas, or 36 hours, Texas will be getting more rain, which is cool. I love the rain. You got to know, snowstorm blowing through the 48 corners, Idaho, and possibly the Dakotas with Minnesota. But yeah, it's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Look at that one. That's crazy. I hope Hermione survives, but she's a survivor. Okay, cue Beyonce. It's getting kind of glitchy. Yeah, but look at that system. I guess take the weird weather watch up a notch, but we're not on very high alert right now. Asterisk, not counting the volcanoes and earthquakes. Look at the heat and the dryness around the equatorial electrojet line, or the equator. Why? As all the moisture is being pushed north up into Alaska and parts of Canada. Man, 2020. It's going to be a wild year. I'm glad to be your planetary defense commander. Which is a great segue to remind you, we have entered my 1 week phase, which I do every month. I do a fundraiser to keep THORnews up and running, and I survive and thrive on your contributions and donations. So if you would like to contribute for February, because it's going to be a wild month and it's going to be a wild year, you can send me a letter, and I freaking love the letters, man. I love them. When I get them in the mail, I feel so loved and appreciated. T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I got a PayPal. I got a Venmo. I got a CashApp. I got a Patron. I'm up with the times. And the great news is, with 7 days left in my fundraiser, I only have $361 to go of $888. Although, for phase 2, I might want to take a lady on a date. What am I talking about? I'd super duper duper absolutely like to thank my Texas Angel. Thank you, God. CC, CJ, and a super special shout out to Susan, the D. You're awesome. You guys are all awesome. I love you, Asteroid Fight Club. Thank you very much for all the love, all the support that you guys have given me, in the 7 years of THORnews, through all the struggles, all the big battles, all of everything. You guys have been really fantastic. Although I'm curious about all the super rich, famous people who watch me. I wonder, why don't you guys ever contribute? It can't be because you're cheap. Maybe the secret societies forbid it. They're like, no, we have to keep Thor down, struggling, and he can never drive a car again, or something. I don't even know. Or maybe they were just all siphoning my energy so they could have giant sex orgies. Who knows, man? Who knows? But I do appreciate everybody. You guys are great. I love you. Watch out, UK. Watch out, Pac Northwest. Definitely watch out. We got a lot of moisture happening over by the Australia areas, New Zealand as well. And I will be on the night shift for you guys. And I look forward to this week just because I'm kind of happy. Why? Who knows? I'm well rested. That kind of helps. And I've started drinking water. That's crazy. Water's pretty good. All right, everybody stay cool. I love you. Sure, the times are weird. And so am I. So be weird too. Looks like Australia's getting some wetness and some circulation stuff. Okay, love you guys. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Peace out. Hit the button now, baby.